answer your question, we just
Uh-huh.
like to get the natural conversation at the start. So yeah, no. How has life been during COVID for you?
Sorry, I was at 12. So obviously no gigs.
Mhm.
The industry's kind of stopped in a sense in terms of like the live stuff.
Mhm.
So like tours have been postponed to next year. Events, weddings, I guess birthdays, corporate stuff.
Yeah.
All like been at a standstill. So it's been interesting, but it's also been like a kind of learning moment for me, because I've realized, you know what, I'm like gigging, but because COVID's happened, it's like put it all at like an automatic stop. So it's like, okay, I need to rethink, what am I actually doing? Am I living for money, or am I living for me? You know, if you get what I mean. Like, even though I'm still singing, but it made me return to what my main focus was and why I actually got into music, which is being an artist, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. That's quite powerful and an interesting look, because I guess when you're just gigging like that, you're just going through the motions. You're not really taking it in, or doing the aspects of it that you truly love.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, just the first topic, we always start. So we didn't even get to introduce you. So tell the people who you are.
Yeah, give us the rundown. Let's start from the beginning.
Hey yo.
This is years in the making.
I know, right? Awkward. So I'm Aanu, but as you guys might know me by a different name, my birth name. Anyway, and I'm a singer-songwriter, and yeah, I'm an artist. Yeah, I'm not sure what else you want me to say.
That's fine. That is great. I guess it's just like, what is your calling card is what we'd use this section to do. But like, so tell us about your career so far. Was it like, when was the moment for you that you were like, you know what, this singing thing, this is my bag?
This singing thing. So it's a long story, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So I did performing arts from a young age, but then I guess I went to church when I was younger. As you guys probably all know, if you can sing, they kind of push you towards like, or if you can play something, they push you towards joining the choir or something like that. So I've been singing at church from a young age, but I didn't really have confidence to like actually think, oh, I could be a singer, until I went to performing arts school, and then I actually got like a lead role in like a show, and it was as a man, but it was like a singing role.
Oh wow!
But it was still because there wasn't enough boys in my performing arts school. So it was like Annie, the show Annie, and I was playing Rooster, like the bad guy.
Okay.
So yeah, and I guess I remember like I had to learn a song called Easy Street where I had to sing, and that was the first time that I had to like sing something solo, and I was like, wow, I actually can sing. I can maybe do this. And then and then church, started singing in church, and it was the sort of church where you had to like share one mic with like 2 other people.
Yeah.
So you had to kind of fight.
just to get on it.
Hey, yo, Eman knows that.
Yeah, man, I see that. Church politics.
Come like a clash, you know. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of fight to get your voice heard, and like harmonies. You have to make sure you're on point. It really trains your ear, actually, singing in church. Sure. So
church is a crazy place, man. They be letting people who can't sing up on there, and it's not. But that's a fact. It's not good. And we need to tell these aunties, like, auntie, you can't sing. Like, come on.
It's not even that. It's when they're not on tempo. Like, so you be playing. For example, I'll be playing drums, and then they just be playing on another tempo. It's just like, and then you have to slow it down just to catch them, and then you have to speed it up. My brother, he plays keyboard, so when he hears the wrong key, it's like, and he has to change the keys. It's different.
But it's really good training though. I think church is the best training ground, because like when you actually get into the industry, it's that easy. Yeah. Because everyone should be on key. But like you said, in church, you have to like play around. maybe they're throwing songs at you in the service, like we're gonna sing this song, but you never practiced that, and it's like you have to figure out how does it go again. So I think it's a really good training ground, being like a musician. I think if you want to learn how to play, go to church. You'll learn a lot of hard chords, a lot of different tempos, a lot of different personalities.
Yeah.
All in the name of God, you know. So
for sure. What was the next step after that? Where did your journey take you after church?
So what did I do? So obviously, like, school was whatever. Studied drama, but that was I went Grace Convent.
Okay, yeah.
Because the thing is, you are talented in more than one way. Because I think the way we became friends is we used to go to districts, and I remember you used to rap. That's where we first became acquainted.
Hey, yo, is Annie Rapid?
Yeah, man. She was with it.
Yo,
I forgot about
that.
I actually forgot about that.
The fact that you're good at two things, what made you feel like maybe singing is probably more so the roots?
You know what? It was by force. It actually was by force. Because I never would have taken singing or acting seriously at all. Like, my family was so adamant that I was going to do athletics, like I'm going to be in the Olympics, like I'm going to be racing in 100 meters. That was the career that they wanted me to go in. Like, I was training 3 times a week. I was always at competitions. Like I would have the best. I was. That was
I
what
genuinely didn't know that
I was meant to do. Me, I forgot
Annie
as well.
versus Collins 1-on-1. One-on-one in the cage. Now, Collins is the fastest person I've ever met in my life.
No, she might win. She might win.
I don't think
Collins be walking quick, like nowhere.
I don't know if I ever got that.
The one thing I noticed about Annie is that she had like some really, for a female, just even for just males in general, but like you had really nice calves, like they're just big.
How do you remember my calves?
No, it's because you know what? It's because you
game, you know.
You know what? You wore kickers. I remember you wearing kickers, and I just saw your calves as well. So it completes the thing. Like it's just something I remember, isn't it?
Wow, that's mad. So funny.
It's mad that I remember that, but yeah,
I hear that. Yo, I'm dropping that. That's my game from now on. When clubs open,
Demi's making notes.
You know, it's funny that you said that, because my friend today, he's a male, and he said that I've got really strong legs. And he was like, he was a bit like, I'm a bit jealous of your legs because you've got really nice calves. So it's funny that you said that.
Mad.
Yo, there's something there then. Yo, catch me outside being like, yo, you got nice calves, B.
I'm not sure that's the best compliment a girl can get, but I'll take it.
It's a W to me.
It's a W.
But so that's interesting. So you was gonna go down the route of athletics, and around what age would you say you just took a U-turn?
So I think maybe I was like, I can't remember, maybe 14. I got hit by a car, like by a drunk driver.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, it's all happening. No, that's insane.
Yeah.
Was that a massive wake-up call or something?
So basically, my trainer was like, I need to do extra fitness, and my mum was like, come on, we'll go jogging. So I was literally jogging, and then my mum was like ahead of me, and then I was like, there was like an opening, so like this, and I was like at the beginning of the opening like this, and all of a sudden I see like a car, like kind of like staring me down. And I was thinking, what's this car doing? This is at 6 a.m. in the morning, by the way.
Right.
And then all of a sudden this car goes and like aims for me. And then I think I just blacked out. And then anyway, the car like went over a bush and then into a house. And then I blacked out. I was just on the floor. And then I literally ran, which is weird because I thought it was a drive-by. I think I was watching The Bill or something the night before. So I was like, oh, is this a drive-by? Because it was just so random.
She was Ricky, man.
Yeah, it was mad. And then long story short, like there was like 2 ambulances, 5 police cars. They had to cut the woman out of the car. I went to hospital and basically I pulled ligaments in my leg, and I feel like that's worse than breaking your leg because it's like it's really hard to get the ligaments back again, like strong again. So then when I tried to get back into athletics, like I don't know, I think I was quite like, if you're doing athletics, you're doing it to win, you're not doing it to lose or to come fourth or to come third. And I was in the habit of either coming first or second or like top 3 anyway. So I guess when I started losing and I was like, you know what, it's not for me.
the hunger naturally goes, isn't it?
Yeah, like I put on weight. I think I got really depressed as well, probably. Like diagnosing myself now, I think I got depressed. I was sleeping a lot. I didn't really want to do anything. So yeah, I just put on a lot of weight. And then whenever I do training, my trainer would be like, you need to lose weight. You need to, if you want to do this, you lose weight. And I think the hunger just went. And whenever I was just coming fourth and I wasn't winning anymore. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's not by force. I'm not enjoying it anymore. And I think when you stop enjoying something, you should just quit while you're ahead.
It's interesting to know that. I even just didn't know about the car accident. So that's insane.
Yeah. Bit mad.
But that is something that would direct you into a different lane. So just out of interest, what have been some of your career highlights like for you? What's been, that you look back on and you think, wow, I'm so happy I've done this?
So I went to music school and I was like, I can't remember, 18 or something. It's like a private uni, which basically just means you pay a little bit to go. And so I did that, and then basically I thought like this was rubbish. It wasn't a waste of money, but it was a waste of money. It was a lot of money for nothing, basically. Right. Not for nothing, but yeah. Anyway, I booked my first like pop gig from my music school. So like basically they had like music industry opportunities, and I would just check it out because I just hated the music school. I was the only black girl there, which I just didn't understand. Like, it's a music school. Why am I the only black person? Anyway, so that was number one. So I was like, that's when I knew this was a bit iffy. Anyway, so I was just trying to check out what opportunities that I could like utilize from being here. And I just saw like on the opportunity page, like, oh, these producers are looking for a singer to tour festival season. And I was like, oh, this looks rubbish, because it was like dance producers. So I was like, oh, this is crap. And then I went back and I was like, okay. Something in my spirit was like, just go back, just look at it properly. I looked at it properly, and then I saw that they had like 5 million hits on YouTube or something. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should do this, see what could happen. Anyway, I went for the audition, and I thought I did really crap. I think I did actually, but anyway, I got it, which was mad. And then that was the beginning of kind of getting into the industry and the music scene and the touring, because I'd never toured before. I'd never done lead vocals for like hundreds and thousands of people. Like we were doing arenas, we were doing like big festivals, we were doing TV gigs, and I was like this 19-year-old that never done it before. And like basically we had a rehearsal on like the Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we had the gig on Saturday, and they only gave me the songs like the week before. And I was like, dude, this is like very intense. They're like, yeah, sink or swim. So I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. But anyway, I did it, and that was like my first ever like sort of major opportunity, which was nuts. And it was nuts. It was one of the highlights. Anyway,
it's interesting, but I guess it's more what I found the most interesting from that story is the fact that it came from the school, even though you didn't necessarily like the school.
Funny enough. Yeah.
So the school will not give that many opportunities, because that's quite interesting. You wouldn't recommend other people going there, I'd assume.
The thing is, with the industry, I think the less you rely on people, the better it is for you. So I think, for example, I think it was like $9,000 a year or something like that, or maybe more. I can't remember. I know, for 2 years, Lord knows how much money I owe. But anyway, so I just think I would have rather paid someone who like knows how to produce, knows how to songwrite, knows how to knows everything, and paid them $5,000 or something to teach me maybe once a week or twice a week the ins and outs of the industry, how to produce, how to write, how to better myself as an independent artist, than going to a school and paying $9,000 and not and sleeping in class,
I hear that. But it is interesting, the trajectory that you've been on, and now to the point where it is your job. Like you're actually gigging, you're actually writing. Like this is your day job now, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm grateful, because it's funny, like when I started music school, I was like, I'm never going to sing at a wedding. I'm going to be the UK Beyonce, world domination. Like those were like the sort of ambitions I had. And then look, now I run my own business singing at weddings, like there's no shame in it. It's just ego, you have to do, especially as a musician, you have to think very quick. I think, how am I going to make money from this? Because a lot of artists for a few years don't make money. They invest thousands, and sometimes they don't always get that back.
Yeah. People kind of underestimate how big the industry is. Like, it's not necessarily just one route where you have to just become the biggest artist in the world. There's so many different pockets you can actually exist in.
100%. Like writing, you can make so much money from being a ghostwriter, even ghost vocals. Yeah, there's a lot of tracks I've sung on that I haven't been featured on, but I've made money from. Teaching, singing at weddings, singing at corporate. There's so many avenues that you can go down. Touring, being a touring musician, like so many avenues.
Think about that. Like,
what is ghost singing? What is that?
So like, so what's a popular dance song you guys know? I don't know. Okay, so like Cheryl Cole is a good example. So I know a singer called AME, and she added some vocals to one of Cheryl Cole's tracks and didn't get, and basically it's just as Cheryl Cole. Or like someone else, Aaliyah, not Aaliyah, Ashanti did a lot of ghost vocaling for J-Lo.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, J-Lo is robbed.
Okay. Yeah. That's like the situation with Justin Timberlake and Cry Me a River.
Yeah, with Marsha. Yeah, she did a lot of like vocals. I don't know if she was quoted on it. Was she?
She wasn't quoted at all. Yeah.
But that's the thing, that's the industry. Like, you either say it's one thing, so you get paid for it. You get a session fee, and then you get the royalties, like a percentage, and you just don't get but you've agreed though to not get featured on, like, you've agreed to not be named. Do you get what I mean? Or you could be named, you could be featured on it, and not get a percentage, but get a session fee. So like a buyout.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways you can go about things. So I think it just depends on what you want to gain from the track or that opportunity.
That's nuts. Yeah, I guess that's even what Collins, a song I hate, live and direct.
AJ Tracy.
Would, like, for example, Georgia Smith's vocals are on that. Is that another example? But she's not even featured on that.
Oh, is she not?
No, not that I know of.
I don't know the tune, but sometimes people sample tracks. So like they do a buyout, you know, so they're licensing the sample. Do you get what I mean? So paying to use that sample. So like, you know how you hear a lot of tracks like maybe Ariana Grande, was it The Way? The keys in it, or what's another song that's like been sampled? I don't know, like there's a lot of songs that have been sampled, but you just pay a licensing fee to use that sample, basically.
Or you have to credit it to the estate. Because I think she did, she sampled Wu-Tang Clan, I think, on her albums.
Ariana Grande sampled Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, so you will see the credit of that appear on
Protection Net,
which is interesting. Like the music industry business, as far as like how people make money, is very it's as binary as people think. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, even on the topic of Ariana Grande, what's that song she did? 7 Rings. She had to give money to, what's the film? It's escaped me now. But she had to give, I think 90% of the royalties had to go to the film.
Oh, yeah.
So she hardly saw anything from it.
90%?
Something crazy like that.
What's the point of doing the song? There's no point.
Yeah.
Even Blurred Lines, they lost that lawsuit, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost
I didn't get that one. That was just.
It's because it's
they said it embodied
foundation of the song.
No, I'm not trying to hear that.
I think they had a case, but like it's
it was not strong. If you do that, that ruins music, because then you could just do that for everything. Like so many people are inspired by a particular song or nothing under the sun is new. So you can't. That's ridiculous. You can't say that just because they were inspired or it feels like it has the energy of that song. For that reason, you know, they deserve peas. That doesn't make sense to me. But
I do get what you mean, but like, there's only so many chords as well.
Yeah,
exactly. I think that was the one thing.
Yeah,
and it's only, as you said, musicians, they have a trained ear. So once they hear that, it's like, nope, that's my stuff. You need to give me my royalties. I think that was the case. Yeah.
But there's always so many lawsuits like that you see every day. Like, they took the chords from my song, and then like there's not really a case, but it's interesting.
But you know, there was another one that Katy Perry, that Dark Horse song. Did you hear about that one?
Yeah.
Where there was another producer or artist, and he wasn't obviously as big as her, but she like catted it like 100%. Like
basically it was
or something like that.
It was a Christian song. Christian song, and then she took the Christian song, and then obviously, if you look at the video, it looks so
flipped it completely.
That's wild. Katy Perry be born again as well. I'm shocked.
Well, I don't know. They all say that. Lady Gaga as well, don't they? They all say they're born again.
That makes me smile. I'm not hearing that. Lady Gaga is not born again, but I definitely know Katy Perry comes from a Christian family. So all that good she was doing in the Dark Horse video, I'm not here for it.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with the industry, they all start, isn't it? Justin Bieber, they all start holy, and then
before you know.
What can you do?
But I guess. What are you gonna say, Collins?
I was gonna ask Annie, like, what is like? Because I remember you put out a video not so long ago, maybe like a week or two ago, just talking about like being in the industry and like your experiences and stuff like that. Just wanted to ask you, like, as a Black woman, what's your experience been? Do you feel like jaded to some degree from how you've been treated in the industry? Because even myself working in the industry, maybe obviously not from your perspective, from a financial perspective, I see certain things and it makes me raise my eyebrows because, you know, the music industry makes a lot of money off of Black people. So being an actual artist, how do you feel the industry has been towards you as a whole?
That's the thing, because everyone's experience is different. But then when I speak to other fellow Black girls, they're like, "I understand you, sis." You know. But the thing is, though, I'm a strong believer in what you speak comes into life, and as they teach you in the Bible, you know, God spoke the world into existence. So I'm very on like your words are powerful,
of course,
and I don't like to make things my reality. You know, so I do try to avoid that stigma of, oh, I'm a Black girl, so I'm not marketable. But Black girls are marketable. Look at like Ari Lennox, like Summer Walker, like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. I don't even know, Georgia Smith. Okay, she's not really like Black, but if you get what I mean, like we are.
Yeah, she's Black.
We are marketable.
I need that.
So it's like people need to have the bravery to step out of like the stereotypical, I don't know, like the Mabels of the world. Like I've done backing vocals for Mabel, like I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago when she was first up and coming. And I promise you that, like, you know, I even congratulate her when I see her performing now, because she has grown so much as an artist. Because when I was working with her, what I saw wasn't sellable, you know. Wasn't. And I even had not even trying to be mean. Like I'm quite like, I like people to win, but like I remember inviting like an industry person to. So I did Great Escape in Brighton, which is like a thing for up and coming artists to do, like when they kind of showcase themselves to industry people. And I had a few industry people come down and watch the show because I was doing backing vocals for her, and they were like, they don't even see it, like they didn't understand. Like they didn't see what the thing was, because really she wasn't really strong vocally, whatever. But I remember her team saying she's the next R&B star, she's the next R&B this, she's the next R&B that. And I remember being on the phone to my mum that night, being like, "Mum, this is just so unfair. Like I just don't get it. I'm someone that can actually sing, and I know like no, but I'm not even trying to be shady, because well done to her. But it was like, Mum, I just don't understand. I was just on the phone and I was like, I'm so confused how you can find someone as the next R&B star when they couldn't even hold a note, you know? And that was like confusing to me.
She's like improved now, and she's also a product of nepotism, because I know her mum was a singer as well.
Yeah, and her dad's a producer for like Massive Attack and stuff like that. And I've heard that she's got like a 20 grand studio in her house or whatever, like, you know, and that helps.
Of course.
That's a big major help, you know. But sorry, Collins, going back to your question. I've been in, so obviously the song that I did on my Instagram, talking about my experience, where I've been in meetings with people that like, yeah, you sound great, you look great, your voice is amazing, like we'd love to work with you. What, you're not signed, you're not managed, we'd love to work with you. A few weeks later, nothing. But then I see that you signed another artist that looks way different to me. And it's just, that's fine, but then don't sell me dreams. Don't get me to buy a travel card ticket into London to come meet you and to come talk. Where's my reimbursement for my travel card then? If nothing's gonna happen, you know. But yeah, that's happened to me many a times, and it's been a bit disheartening. But you just can't take it personal. You just have to have a lot of tough skin and keep it moving. And I think I've been a firm believer of, you know what, just release good music and opportunities will come to you. So I just think I don't believe in like chasing things, because that's what I used to do, chase. And I felt like it worked better when, you know what, let your work speak for itself, and people will come, and people that are meant to work with you will stay, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Even like you saying that, I remember, cause I listen to a lot of podcasts, right? And I listened to a Joe Budden podcast a few months ago, and Rory played one of your songs as a sleeper. And I was like, holy shit, like, how the hell did that happen?
Was you listening to it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was a song, you were like a feature on it. I can't remember who the guy was. Yeah, and I was like, wow, like, how on earth does something like that
happen? What a time to be alive.
So,
what you're saying
is true. Like, these things, you got to like work hard and put the music out, and eventually people will gravitate towards it naturally. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm actually really happy for you on that, because we're massive fans of the Joe Budden podcast. So to even know that, that's when you know that like you're doing the right thing, you're on the right track.
Yeah, 100%. I think, I don't know, you just got to try your best. Go as far as you can see, then when you're there, you can see further, you know?
And your opportunities will come.
More stuff?
Yeah. Sorry?
Are you making music at the moment still?
So the song that you heard on Joe Budden's podcast, I've actually done like a 2020 remix of it, kind of, just so that I can release it as my own, because that was a feature for a producer, but the song's really good, so I thought I'd just release it as my own. So I'm basically releasing a single in July the 31st. I haven't promoted it yet, but I will soon. And it's with these Turkish producers. They're called Flytone. So I've done 3 tracks with them. I'm releasing them as singles. And then I'll just see what happens. I'm going to do music videos. So I'm just going to push it as far as I can. It's very like R&B, neo soul. So I don't know. We'll see how. Sorry if you can hear singing. It's just my friend. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm just going to try my best to push it, get a fan base up, just make good music. And I feel like when you make good music, people hear, like people are always watching. You know, people are always watching. People are always on the lookout for like the next thing, the next good thing to get it before it's popping. So by God's grace, hopefully I'll be one of them.
No, definitely. That's that's so interesting. You just got to keep working at it. I mean, my thing would be, or my question to you is, how would you describe yourself? Like, what genre would you say you work in? I guess it'd be R&B, would you say?
That's the thing, and that's another thing that I hate. I hate that like the industry wants to put you in a niche so badly. Like they want to label you so badly, and I just don't understand why. Because I've got a very versatile voice. Like I can do dance, I can do house, I could probably even do rock if I wanted to. I could do indie if I wanted to. I could do folk if I wanted to. I could do R&B, I can do soul, I can do neo soul, I can do it all if I wanted to.
Yeah.
However, it's like the industry wants you to fit into a box. They want you to be that so that they can market you and push you out as that. But I think, I don't know, people listen to such a vast genre of music nowadays. And I don't know, like Lucky Day, he's an artist, like if you heard his like last album, it was just full of so many different genres, kind of different vibes. And it was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And people mess with him. People love his stuff. So I think I've got a soulful voice. I wouldn't even say I'm R&B, but I just add that in there just to get more people listening. Because I think if you say you're R&B, more people are like interested. But I think I'm mostly like, my voice is so soulful. So that's where I gravitate to, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
do you ever do, because there's one of my friends, and he's the producer, and he says he's off like the Afrobeats. He doesn't want to do Afrobeats.
Oh, okay. Why not? What happened?
Because he said there's no money in it, to be honest.
He said there's no money in it, but there's hits. Afrobeats can create hits.
Yes, there's hits, but he says there's money in other things as well. And he
like
says
what?
There's
Like
more
what?
money.
Pop?
How, like whatever it is, house. What is it? It's the
Drum and bass?
I don't want to call it Oontz music.
You gotta call it Oontz.
Yeah. But he says there's money in that, and I was like, okay, then whatever.
Really?
And like, for example, him and his wife, like, they both make music, and I listened to his wife's songs, and they actually sound amazing. And the thing is, I don't think that would be like her type of music, because I know that she can sing in different types of genres. Mm-hmm. Would you be able to go into that field as well, like the Oontz music?
You know what's so funny? Like, I've had it's like you guys are like speaking things that have happened or happening in my life. I've had like 2 producers that are oomph music literally hit me up. And you know what? I said, yes. I was like, let's do it. Because I think, wherever there's an opportunity, just go get it. Because you never know like what can land into another thing. Because I did a session with MJ Cole and he released it as a song. He didn't put me as a feature artist, which is a bit annoying. But like, that's kind of like music. But like, it's nearly got 1 million streams on Spotify. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, I think just go where opportunities lie and then figure it out from them. Just see what happens. I think if you like the tune, cool. If you don't, then just don't feature on it. But
have you ever made a song
I'm a lot open.
and not liked it? I'm sure. I mean, I guess you must have. But have you ever made a tune and you thought, or been a part of a song and been, yo, that is recycled? Yeah, I'm double down. But have you ever been in that situation? Or do you look back now and be like, oh no, that song ain't it? That's probably something that happens a bit more.
Well, so basically, though, I was working with this team of people, and this is when I wasn't very confident in myself and musically. So then they were basically telling me, like, listen to Summer Walker, you need to write like her, you need to write like this person, you need to write like that person. And me personally, I don't think that's the right way to go in developing an artist. I think you should let the artist be who they are, and let them figure out their own sound. But I think when you're telling someone to listen to Summer Walker, like, analyze how she writes and how she sings and copy that, that's rubbish. No one needs another Summer Walker. We've already got one. Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so these people that I was working with, they very much wanted me to sound a certain way. And I remember I wrote to this beat, and it was very like, kind of like sassy, like playful. And then basically they were like, no, we don't like it because it's not commercial enough. So then they got a writer in without me even knowing. They got a writer in that wrote the whole song and were like, demo this. So I demoed that, and that's now the tune. And like, even now when I sing it and stuff, it's like, it's a bit disheartening because it doesn't feel like me. But I think sometimes, I don't know, I think now that I'm a bit older, I think I've got less of an ego. I'm just more into let's see what happens vibe. And if I did want to release that other version, I could, you know, but let's just see what happens. I'm a lot more easier now. I don't have an ego. Let's just have fun, see what happens. But I'm a firm believer of, if you're not happy with something, don't do it. Yeah. You know, don't let anyone force you to do something you don't want to do, basically.
Yeah. No, that's a very interesting way of looking at it and going about it as well. Like, I think you have to. Do you find yourself having to put your foot down and being like, yo, that's not something I want to be involved in? Or a situation going a certain way and you just have to back out of it?
I have said no a lot to things, but I think I'm a lot more easygoing now. I think I'm just like, let's just see what happens. But if it's very compromising to me, then no, I won't do it. Like, if someone's telling me to like sing about sex or sing about something like demonic or something, or be sucking someone's blood or something in the music, I don't know, stuff, obviously things that, you know, or
I was
like,
I'm like trying to get Aanu on drill.
Aanu on a drill beat.
Nah, I need that.
But if you get what I mean, like, anything that's sort of compromising to like my morals or like what I believe in, then no.
Okay, so we won't be singing on a drill beat.
No, or maybe I'll be singing positively on a drill beat.
Fingers crossed. I'm trying to hear that. But yeah, I guess that is good in that you don't bend your morals, or you don't put yourself in uncomfortable positions, which is good, because I think the industry will allow for that, or put you in a position where that could happen. So I guess just out of interest, because we wanted to discuss R&B, old and new. What do you think for you? I mean, not that I want to put you in a hole, or, but I'd assume you enjoy R&B. Or just trying to get your opinion on what's better, old R&B or the new stuff.
Old.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What do you think?
No, I'm not here for new R&B. Actually, sometimes I like it. Like Summer Walker, I'd agree is good, but nah, it's definitely back in the day. That's when it was thriving.
So okay, compare like a certain artist. Who's like an old school artist that you would listen to or that you vibe with?
I don't know. See, that's a tough one because for me,
yeah.
What was you gonna say?
No, because I'm just trying to think of like Aaliyah. I guess that's kind of like old school R&B, like Donald Jones, like TLC vibes, like just like Brandy.
Eman, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, but I'm just trying to name artists. What about you?
No, I was just gonna say the one name, but his name.
Oh, don't say his name. Don't do
it. Who? Donald Jones. He's an Usher.
Hey, yo, Usher's fine.
What are you gonna say, man? I want to hear.
His name doesn't have to be mentioned, but I do like Amari and.
Yo, this boy must be a bad.
I do like Jagged Edge as well.
Oh yeah.
Is it Breezy?
No, not Breezy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Chris Brown. Is Chris Brown old school R&B though?
Not necessarily.
He's like 2000s, isn't he?
That's the thing. Like I've never really like delved into old school R&B. Like as far as I can go, I'll probably listen to like what my brother was listening to, and that was Jagged Edge at that time. Like he vibed with Jagged Edge, but I don't think I could go any further than that. Maybe if I was just curious and I wanted to know, I might go a bit further, but I would probably say new school, just because I've never really been a full R&B individual.
Yeah, I hear that.
I've always been towards hip hop. So currently at the moment, I really enjoy Sir.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I really enjoy Sir. So I would say new school at the current moment, just because of what I am currently listening to and what I have listened to.
Yeah.
Your Sir's brother's an industry plant.
What do you mean by that? Oh, what? Do you smoke, right?
Homeboy one rhythm and flow like I'm an idiot, and then like
what do you mean?
That vexes me, man. Don't make.
What do you mean? I don't get it. What do you mean? I don't get it.
Do you smoke? Like his whole family is famous, isn't it? His mum
they're all musical, right?
Nah, I'm not trying to hear it. It was meant to be like an opportunity for. It was meant to be X Factor, basically. And then D-Smoke was trying to act like he's a regular degular.
Regular Joe, yeah.
And I think they won 250,000, and then he just gave it back to his community, which is good. But my man didn't need the peas. Your bro's Sir. Like I know what you're on.
TDE affiliate.
For real.
I do get what you mean. So he used the show for publicity, basically. Because that's what they did with Leonie Lewis and X Factor. She was already signed. They just used her. They just got her to win to get more publicity. That's what they do for a lot of these artists now.
Yeah. No, the game is done.
Oh yeah, they do that a lot. They do. They've already signed these artists and they get them to do the TV show. Like even I met with someone recently and they manage an artist and they said they tried to put her forward for The Voice. And they said, you're guaranteed finals. You're guaranteed to get to the finals.
Wow.
But then obviously they can't say that she's going to win because they can't rig vote. Because if like Ofcom or something then goes and inquires, then they might be in trouble.
No.
But yeah, they can guarantee. So like if I was on X Factor and I was signed by Simon Cowell, if no one knew, he could guarantee that I'll get to the finals, you know?
Leonie Lewis made me believe in the competition, man.
No,
you're telling me she was signed.
For real, dog.
Yeah.
I gave coins.
Wait, was she signed, let's say, at auditions, or was she signed before she even went to auditions?
She was like, it was all a ploy to get, like, go on X Factor and you'll get the fan base.
Crazy.
Oh.
But that's a smart business model when you think about it from a business perspective.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Because you're just kind of skipping all the jargon and you're effectively just getting a public perception to side with the artist and build an audience that way. So
I would never have known.
It makes sense.
For real, dog. Homegirl
Yeah.
going psycho already with Simon. Like, what? That's insane.
And they had them in an entanglement, fam.
I knew it was coming today. I didn't know when.
But yeah, that's just how the game is now.
Crazy.
Nah, it is rigged. Nah, I've been robbed. That's insane to me.
The game's a game, though.
Wow.
You know, you gotta play it sometimes.
Yeah,
I agree, but I think there's a way to play it as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm shocked.
Really? So, there's more injustices than that, to be honest, that happen in that whole TV thing. You know, I've done TV, right? Like, I've done a show, right?
What show did you do?
Britain's Got Talent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Where were you, Demi?
Boy, I've been giving you a rock sometimes. And you look shocked. Like, how do you not know this?
She does this thing.
She does this.
No, the thing is, that was from my music school as well. So, yeah. What was your
experience with that?
So let's begin.
Yo,
so it's fun.
This is an insane episode. I'm bringing the tea.
I know. I think I should have thought about this. I'm not sure I should be saying all this. You know, hopefully this won't corrupt my career in the future. But anyway, it is what it is. It's just my experience. But yeah. So my music school is funny because they pioneer that you shouldn't do a TV show. It's not good. It's not credible to be an original artist, etc., etc. And then I see so on this industry page, I see an opportunity saying that we're looking for session singers, like gospel singers, looking for Justin Bieber type singer, looking for Beyonce type singer. So I'm just thinking, okay, let me just do this and see whatever. I do it now. 3 people, they're like, oh, we love you, great voice. I was like, okay, cool. They're like, oh, so you've never done a TV show before? And I was like, no, it's not my cup of tea. And then they're like, why not? And I was like, because I feel like they would chew me up and spit me back out. And that's exactly, it's like I spoke it into existence. That's exactly what happened. And then long story short, I found out that there were scouters for Britain's Got Talent. So these people specifically go to music schools, specifically go to areas to audition people that don't even know they're auditioning for a TV show. And that they take the kind of the young and naive, because I was young and naive. I didn't know what I was getting into. And I didn't even want to do it. But people that aren't in the industry, like my family or friends, will be like, it's a great opportunity, you know why you'd be an idiot not to do it. So I did it, and but I was very I didn't want to do it, so I was very not very enthusiastic about it. Anyway, so yeah, I did it. They were trying to tell me what to wear on the audition day. They told me what to sing on the audition day. What did they want me to sing? I can't remember what they wanted me to sing, but they wanted me to sing a specific song, dress a certain way. And I had tonsillitis, so my voice was not very good. And so I just sung. They wanted me to sing Christina Aguilera, A Voice Within. And obviously, to sing a Christina Aguilera song, your voice needs to be needs to be well. And obviously, I was like, I can't sing that, so I just sung whatever I wanted. And then and then weirdly, I got through. Don't even know how. Anyway, so then I got through to the other stage, got through to the semi-finals, don't know how. But basically, so the semi-finals, they told me what I had to wear, they told me what I had to sing again. I just didn't have my identity whatsoever. And yeah, it was just a whole, they told me that Simon loves you, you're gonna be in the top, he really wants you to win, and it's just so funny because these people are so up your arse, they want to please you so badly, and then when you've done the job that they want you to do, it's who are you? Aanu who?
Yeah.
Who's that again? It's you're not relevant anymore.
And then when you do make it, they're just gonna use your name for she was on this show.
Yeah, basically. But I don't think I'd advise TV shows unless you have an in, unless you know someone in there, or unless you're signed and they're gonna orchestrate it to your benefit. And as well, you can't control your story. You can't control how they depict you. So it's
that's another thing I heard as well. Yeah,
and I think as well for those TV shows, especially when I was on it, I was so naive. I didn't know anything about Britain's Got Talent, really. I didn't know how to utilize it. But like these other young boys that were like young white boys, they were utilizing the heck out of it. And I think a couple of them even got signed from it. So it was like, but the thing is as well, you need to remember the audience that watches Britain's Got Talent and who thrives in that sort of show. And I think when I think about it now, if I marketed myself probably a bit more like better or pop or something, I don't know, maybe I would have done better. But I don't even feel like that's even my target market anyway.
For sure.
You know,
yeah, I don't even know if those shows do for like, unfortunately, black people. You saw, what's that girl that came out recently and just talked about her time in Next Factor? I was like,
Alexandra Burke, yeah.
Well, but there was another one. Talisa went in on her. I'm just like,
Misha B, yeah.
Yes, your attitude backstage stinks. Like, it was just terrible to see. It weren't even anything to do with music, and you could see how much of an impact that had. So it's like you can't even feel those shows don't care about black people sometimes, and there's just a narrative that they want to run.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do a TV show, you need to be strong, but I think you need to have an in. You need to have someone that's fighting for you. Like for example, if you've got Simon Cowell on your side, who runs the show, who runs the producers or whatever, then you will not get taken advantage of. But I think if you're just going in there like hoping for the best, you'll get a big shock.
Yeah. Okay, so just want to get we're halfway through the year, so I just want to get everyone's albums of the year so far. So it's interesting to have a singer and someone who's in the industry on the show, and also be able to get Annie's perspective on what's been some albums she's listened to and enjoyed. So I'll give you guys the floor. What's some albums you've been rocking with this year?
I really like. I'm obviously into rap, so I really like Freddie Gibbs' album, Alfredo, and I like The Weeknd's new album as well. But besides those two, there's nothing's really like, grabbed me this year. It's been quite a slow year for me.
Yeah,
but those two come to mind.
Annie, what are you saying?
Obviously, I think my genre is quite different to you guys because I don't listen to hip hop.
At all.
No, I'm just not.
I'm
not saying hip hop's not positive, but I'm quite a like. I'm very cautious of what I'm inputting in my ears.
I got you.
I hear that. Yeah.
So I'm very like anything that's like N word or F this or not this. I'm probably stereotyping, but I'm very cautious about what I intake. And I like listening to singers. Like I love like listening to vocalists, and I hear lyrics, and I really like being touched by songs and stuff. But I've been listening. So the album that I've been rinsing is Chloe and Halle. They've got signed to Beyonce.
Those girls are.
Yeah.
They're signed to Beyonce.
Yeah, I think they're like signed. Yeah, they specifically got signed by like Beyonce and Jay-Z or something like that.
Oh, they're about to be out of here then.
Yeah, no, they're very different. Like you guys should have a chance. Like if you have a chance, listen to their stuff. It's very different. Like it's not a stereotypical Summer Walker, even like a Tiana Taylor, or even like Chris Brown. It's very different. It's different. Yeah, it's interesting.
I can't describe what they do. Like that Do It song, I do like it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't box them into anything really.
That's the thing, and that's what I like about them. It's that sometimes they're quite orchestral or like operatic. Sometimes they're a little bit like indie, a bit pop. Like it's quite cool what they do, and their songs are very sassy. It's very like female empowerment, so maybe that's why you guys probably won't feel it.
We're about it. We're riding.
What were the calls? Give us a chance.
Yeah, I'm very all about female empowerment songs and sassy songs and telling men to like bog off. I'm very, because some men are trash. So I'm very
that
about...
Lizzo bag.
No, I'm not really into Lizzo. It's a bit too much for me. Or like Megan Thee Stallion. It's a bit too gruesome. It's too much
Megan is
for
getting
me.
on my nerves, man.
Why?
Nah, just like I really liked her at the start, but I don't know. There's just something. I can't describe it. When something's just too much, and she's not really switching it up. So that might be also what's annoying.
it's funny because I've got a friend that used to be obsessed with Megan, and she was like, now she's like done with her because she's not evolved as an artist. All she's talking about is that men and fucking penis or whatever, that she's a bad bee. She's like, she's done. She wants her to evolve as an artist, and she feels like she hasn't, so she's not into her anymore, which is interesting. You said that as well.
Which is interesting because it's the reason I think Cardi B might stick around for a while, because I can actually present someone 3 Cardi B songs and a lot of them might not necessarily be the same. Like I Like It is completely different to Bodak Yellow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you've heard one Megan Thee Stallion song, you've heard them all.
That's interesting. Yeah, I get what you mean.
She definitely needs to evolve. I think for me, my album of the year, the album I've really enjoyed this year has been Pop Smoke. I know it's a bit early to say, especially because it just came out, but I think at the end of the year that will be an album I will, continue to give praise. But I think, Collins, it's interesting what you say. You're kind of right. It has been a slow year in the sense that people haven't wanted to release. I get the feeling because of COVID.
Yeah.
The release schedule has been absolutely torn to bits, especially with a lot of the I guess smaller acts, because they might not reap the benefits of dropping right now. Whereas, they
can't tour. Yeah,
exactly. Whereas a few big acts still dropped, and it won't necessarily change their trajectory too much. So probably why things are a bit quiet overall.
Eman, what are you saying?
I have.
Has he frozen? Oh, you don't have a choice.
It's not I have a choice. I have plenty of choices. I just don't have a specific one.
There's one you can't pick.
There's so many albums that have come out this year that I personally been listening to that I vibes with. Like, for example, there's a Tion Wayne album, West Side Gun. There's just a bunch of albums that I've listened to that I cannot just say in particular one has been my favorite. One I've been listening to like on a regular, I would say J Electronica. That's probably.
Right, you're going back to that?
Yeah, I've been back to that several times. I've listened to it and I really do enjoy it. I enjoyed that album probably more than some of the stuff I listen to. Just because to me, it's not necessarily like the album. It's not the stereotypical hip hop. It's almost storytelling itself. There's a few songs that do have that sort of vibe. So I would say that's probably my album that I've been listening to the most, and I'll probably say it's the favorite album so far. But it's not my final answer though.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the year, it'll be interesting to see what everyone says and chooses again.
Aanu, have you heard of Celeste?
Yeah, I have.
What do you think of her voice?
Is she that mixed race chick that has like hair? I haven't invested in her too much. But what are your what are your thoughts on her?
I think she's got a really amazing voice. Like I've not heard, like
listen to her.
I've heard a few come out from the UK as of late, because we had some type of event thing where they just chuck a bunch of up and coming artists on stage, and she put in front of us, and I was like, wow, she's actually got. I've not heard anybody in that type of pocket for a while, and like I feel like she has the potential to be quite big. Pretending on a couple of things, but
she's from Brighton, isn't it? I want to say.
I'm not sure. I think so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, she's got a really nice voice.
I'll have to listen to her, because what is it? Is it quite soulful?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think I have listened to her, but is it quite out there or not really?
Nah, more like slow pace, very like deep lyrics, but really different. She's not like a typical mainstream type music thing.
Okay.
Pretty good, I think she.
Because didn't she win like the Brit Awards or something? She won like new up and coming artist.
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
I'll have to listen. The thing is so funny though. The thing is with me, I don't know why now, but I actually prefer to listen to black artists. I don't know if it's like kind of sly racism that I'm doing. I don't know, but I feel like now it's like I really want to support like black artists, because I have like black males as friends that are singers, and even they have the same struggle as well, where it's like people don't know how to market them unless it's grime or drill, right. So it's like I really want to support kind of the underdogs. You know, I really want to listen to like, I don't know. I just, for some reason, it's like even the other day, like I heard a song, I was like, oh, the song's good, and I saw it was a white girl. I was like, oh, I don't want to listen to it, which is really bad, which I need to get out of that habit. It was like, if you're gonna like, I don't know, it's not very good. It's not good.
I don't think it's not that as bad. It's you want to hear people tell their story, and you want to be able to relate to it. So you might be, you know, something that I think I can't relate to Cheryl Cole. You know what I mean? Like, yo, fight for this love, get out of here.
I ain't fighting for no damn.
It was a tune though. It was a tune though.
Get out of here, Will I Am.
Oh God.
I'm just be causing trouble, man. I swear.
For real.
That's so funny. Yeah, but she didn't write any of her stuff.
So, final topic of the day.
Yeah, no, she was just an addition.
I'm not that surprised.
She was just to make them more marketable.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, she didn't write anything.
Because she wasn't the original member.
Say word.
Didn't write nothing.
No,
she was added in. Yeah. It's all about marketing and branding.
What, did she not write London Bridge?
She doesn't write. Oh, what? London Bridge. Is it called that?
I hope she didn't write that. That song is, oh my God.
Oh God, I hope no one did. It's like formulated in Siri or something. I don't want to hear it.
That song is bad.
She had the people whipped. Year 7, 8. Fergie was on her grind.
Yeah, she was. I think so. She's marketable. She was like the kind of like the white girl, the black white girl, right? That had like the edges and everything, and the South marketing.
Oh God, her and what's the home girl? Oh God, there's a song with Akon.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani, the lady that taught us how to spell bananas.
Oh yeah, but she actually writes because she was in a band like that. They were like grinding because what was the band? Don't Speak. I know just what you're saying. Yeah, they wrote their own stuff. So she's actually like a legit artist.
It's more when they've actually written their own stuff. You be seeing them and be like, this bitch with her ghostwriters. Wow.
The thing is that
Miller ass.
The thing is, I think it's more than that though, because like for example, I could be signed and I could actually be a really good writer, a really good vocalist, but the label might be like, your songs aren't cutting it, so we're gonna bring a writer in to do the songs that are gonna get you hits. So sometimes it might not even be your choice. It might just be like the label, or like the label will put you in sessions with hit writers, you know. So maybe you'd contribute here and there, but it would predominantly be the hit writer who would have wrote majority of the tune. You
it's
know,
interesting how songs come together, and like I find it crazy that "Shape of You" was originally written for Rihanna, and then you're like, yo, I'm keeping this. That's bananas.
But I swear she didn't like it or something. I thought she didn't, or she wasn't really her cup of tea.
He felt it was too British, or there was too many lines that just Rihanna couldn't say. So that's why he opted to keep it. It was the last song he wrote for that album as well. Probably his biggest song now. So fair play to Ed. I don't know why he gets so much hate, because he can do it all.
Yeah, and he's someone that actually he was grinding like 10 years prior before he even got any success.
Busking.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, nah, Ed is the truth, man. But okay, so final topic. So the label says you can have any feature on, let's say, your hit song. Who would you bring along for the ride?
What, like a singer or a rapper?
Singer, rapper, it doesn't matter.
What, like old or new?
Both.
I know it's sad, I know it's stereotypical, but if I got on a song with Beyonce, that'd be amazing. Like, I know it's stereotypical, but like she's a legend. If she died tomorrow, she's a legend. She's like a walking, living legend of today. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though I'm not really feeling her now because I feel like she just jumps on the bandwagon of things, but she is an incredible vocalist. She's done a lot in terms of being like a black female and like running the game, you know, like she's done a lot, I think, for that scene. I know she doesn't really, I would like to see her give back more in terms of like for black artists, especially black females. I'd like to see her out here doing like what 50 Cent does, making like black TV shows and like mentoring like artists like Pop Smoke and things like that. Like, I'd like to see her and Jay-Z do more of that, because it's like giving back to your community and making it greater. But yeah, Beyonce. Also, I really do love Sir. Like, Sir is like amazing, man. I really love Sir. Like, he's just so smooth and like jazzy and like just cool.
What, you guys riding for this?
What? You're not on the Sir? You're not on the Sir wave?
You're not on the Sir wave? What's wrong with you?
Nah, B. After I found out about his brother.
It's got nothing to do with him.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with him. But D-Smoker's talented.
I've never. Oh, that's a fact. But just don't lie to me next time. You know what I mean? But that's interesting. Though. I'm not taking it in. So I'll definitely give him a listen.
He's great, man.
Yeah, Sir's amazing. Also, Miguel is pretty amazing. Like, he's an amazing vocalist. Yeah, he's gone a bit weird now. I don't know what he's doing now, but he's like someone I'd love to get on a track with. Oh, Snow Allegra as well. She's quite sick. Sorry, there's just Snow is quite sick. Snow is quite sick. She's just got released a song, but I don't know. She might be releasing another album, but she's just released a song. Produced by UK producers as well, actually.
I thought Snow was from the UK.
Me as well, but she's like,
she's Swedish, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
I think she's
Swedish.
She's something foreign, yeah. But you know what's funny though, because
to be fair, them kind of
yeah, but you know it's funny though, because they're marketing her like a Sade.
I don't doubt it, but I did not expect
like a Sade. Do they call it a Sade or Sade? Do they call it Sade or Sade? I don't know.
Sade, yeah, I know what you mean.
Like a Sade.
Similar, like a Sade.
But that's how they market it. But that's how a lot of these mixed race girls. What is it, Sade or Sade?
Like I say,
that is funny.
But that's how these girls, like, especially like even Georgia Smith as well.
Nigerian, you know.
Who? Oh, Sade. Is it Sade or Sade? Yeah. I don't know.
It's Sade.
So like you know how like that's how they're marketing a lot of them, like the slick back hair,
the aesthetic, exactly the same. Yeah. 100%.
A lot of these mixed race girls, that's how they're marketing themselves, you know. What do you guys think of Georgia Smith actually? If you guys listen to her.
Where do we start?
I think she's alright.
We're massive fans.
I'm not necessarily a massive fan of her music. I mean, I've just not listened to it, like a lot of it.
Yeah.
I've not sat down and listened to it out because it's not really my bag. I'm not like R&B bag. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just not. It's not. But the thing is, it's not to say that I've not necessarily liked her music. For example, there is a song with there's a producer, Predator, and
yeah.
Like, that's a sick song.
That was a surprise to me because I know Predator from just grime.
Yeah.
The fact that he made that song, it was like, oh, okay, that's real cool.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I think she can sing.
She also has the song Blue Lights, which is fantastic.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen to her too much, but she gave us Jaded, so I'm happy. That's what I need.
Yeah. Drake was singing his heart out, man.
Yeah, there was a story. There was a story with that, wasn't it? Georgia interlude, right?
Yeah, they definitely went out. So
that's a smart move, though. That's a very smart move on her part.
Going out with Drake?
Yes, he like put her on.
She dropped him.
He put her on, mate.
Man drove 3 hours for what? For what?
It's very smart move.
Yo, come get me. I'm depressed if I drive 3 hours to your mama's house for what? You know?
But to be honest though, I know it's bad, but that's how a lot of these, like you hear, I don't know if it's true, but like you hear a lot of stories of some female artists like getting their way by using their female aura to get things or opportunities, and it is a thing. And a lot of like producers, but a lot of producers as well, and like do things as well to gain things, you know, or to get things. So it's a very incestuous place.
Yeah, the industry. Yeah,
it is. Like I've had A&Rs like come up to me like, "Oh, let's do a thing," and he probably could have really helped my career. Yeah, it's just
a no from me, dog.
Yeah, it's one of them things. It's one of them things.
If you could choose someone to be on a song, who would you pick?
It's an array of people I would pick.
Yeah, but go on, pick. Actually, yeah, say the array of people.
Right now, it's Ambush, fam. Ambush.
Is it?
Yeah, Ambush Buzzwell.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yo,
everyone's trying to get Sir on the track. Like, what's going on?
YG, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Who's this? Pusha T, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Kanye West. I'm not too sure about Kanye West, but
that's a risk, boy.
Pharrell, 100%.
Oh, Pharrell, yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a fact.
I could really see an Eman and Pusha T song. I need that. Eman's verse finishes and all you hear is King Push. That's what I need.
I would really like Omarion as well. Omarion to sing as well. Like his voice hasn't. His voice hasn't really been like. He hasn't really made a great transition in like this whole 10 years. Like in the 10.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He had a few hits though.
He had a few hits, yeah.
He gave
Icebox, Entourage. Those are nice songs.
Is my jam, bro. Ooh.
Yeah.
He ain't got to know about me. I'm not too sure about Bow Wow. Bow Wow's just gone off the ropes, man.
Yeah, Bow Wow. I don't know what's going on.
But him and Bow Wow had insane chemistry.
Yeah. And I probably would do a track with who's this guy? I would like to do a track with
Chipmunk.
Yeah. And then that's it. That's it. Those are only names I can think of currently at the moment.
All right. Cole, what's your choice?
If we're just gonna say R&B, I'll just probably Ty Dolla $ign because he has a lot of good features.
Yeah. That is a solid choice.
And James Fauntleroy as well. He's got a really good voice.
Okay.
But besides that, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, but Ty Dolla $ign, does he sing? Does he really sing though?
He's got a really strange voice. Where
does he really sing though? Can he? But is it auto-tune?
Nah, is it auto-tune? Did you say it's auto-tune? You'd know better than me.
Well, the songs I've heard, but that could be his style. Like T-Pain, like when T-Pain did that Tiny Desk, I think everyone was like, oh my gosh, T-Pain can actually sing.
Yeah.
Because...
But that's what, I don't know. A lot of people say that, or T-Pain said, in order to be able to use auto-tune and use it well, you have to be able to sing. So I don't know what the backstory is behind that. I mean, I'm saying that, and then Travis Scott can't really sing, so I don't know.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
If someone uses auto-tune, do you think they're trying to protect their voice? Or they're trying to hide
their voice?
100%.
Yeah, they're trying to hide it.
Personally, I think if you're a good singer, you don't need auto-tune. Personally.
Whoa.
But then I think if that's your style, like T-Pain, because I know I listen to a lot of T-Pain because of the whole, like, the auto-tune effect. Like, that's what was the vibe. It was different. And like Kanye West uses like auto-tune like in a lot of like Heartless. I don't know, was it a lot of auto-tune on there or something? So so I think sometimes it adds a style to a song. But the thing is, I think there's certain types of singers. So like Beyonce, I think is like an ultimate singer. Like she's trained. If you give her any song, she can sing. But then if you compare her to like I don't know who's like popping off that's not really good vocally. Maybe Georgia Smith. Like, well, when she was popping off, to me, I felt like she's just putting on like blue lights, flashing lights. Like for me, like if you watch her Tiny Desk, it's frustrating for me because I'm like, is that what people think is singing?
Got you.
Even someone like Adele can sing. She can actually sing.
Surely Adele's got pipes. Like
she does. But I know a lot of black vocalists that have bigger pipes. Bigger pipes.
And that doesn't surprise me. But it's that thing, isn't it? Like, someone probably is more talented, but they don't get the recognition.
Or the opportunity, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the opportunity. They want us as the backing vocalists. They want us to make them look more cool or more urban. But then when it's now time for one of us to be at the front, it's like, nah, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I hear that. Who's the best singer living today? Obviously, Whitney would probably put most people on their table, but who for you is the best singer? No help. You give them a song, they're bodying it.
Well, obviously, Mariah Carey's a bit old now, but she's pretty insane. Mariah Carey's pretty insane. Like vocally.
Yeah.
She's quite insane. But then I don't
you
know
see
if
that
she's
video
lost
of her
it.
and Buster?
No.
Their mum was struggling.
But she probably doesn't care because she's made her money. When Christmas comes, she doesn't even need to talk.
It's true, you know.
That bag is ridiculous.
Made her money.
Number one again.
Number one.
What's going on? Like,
and she wrote that, didn't she?
Tired?
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So does she really need to sing?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, Beyonce's pretty insane. Beyonce's a great vocalist. Like if I think world round, I think Beyonce, because I can't think of any other singer that's like out there. Because even Sir as well isn't really like, he's a stylistic singer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? He's not like, you can't give him a Mariah Carey song and he'd be like, yeah, I could sing that. No, he probably wouldn't be able to.
Especially when he does it live.
Yeah, like you can hear him struggling a little bit. Like he can only really sing in a certain register.
Is he a studio singer?
I don't know. Like he's a great singer though, because he's got a lovely tone. But I think it's just, I don't know. There's singers that can sing, and then there's artists. There's singers and there's artists. Like there's vocalists and there's artists. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo.
Alright.
I'm asking a serious question.
No, forget it, man.
What do you guys think about him? He's making money from TikTok now. Apparently,
Let him make money from that Chinese company that's just
80 grand plus a video. Yeah, but 80 grand plus. 80 grand plus a 1 minute video.
From stealing data from individuals. I don't care.
80 grand plus for one video. That's
He's
nuts.
not Chris Brown.
Money's long.
He's not Chris Brown. He's not no Neo to me. All of his songs have come for 1 month and gone forever.
What about Neo?
He's making his money though. 80 grand, 80 plus.
That's a lot of money.
One
Neo's
video.
pen is strong.
Yeah, Neo's pen. But so I think Jason Derulo wrote a lot of his hits.
Yeah, I think
Jason Derulo.
Oh god.
You know what I mean?
What, Jason be writing his...
I think he writes his own hits.
Writing his own stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. He's talented, you know, and he dances.
No, he's a very good. He's what they'd be looking for.
I'm just hating. That's what
I'm just hating.
Let him get to the bag, man.
Let him get his money, man. You can't be mad at
Literally. But what are you guys' thoughts on that Chris Brown then? Because I know you messaged me about he dropped like an 80-song album.
It's not 80 songs.
It's like 80 songs. Someone said 80 songs. I was like,
it's not like 80 songs, but he's just dropping like 40 songs on an album. It's like,
yo, I don't need it, man.
You don't need 40 songs.
We're in one pandemic already. Like Chris Brown, chill.
Man's going crazy now.
You don't need that many songs. I think if you do that, you can't even make a concise album as well. Like, what's the story you're trying to tell? Or you're doing it to cheap streaming for sure.
It's probably all the rough cuts from the studio as well, like, and songs he just didn't really even want to just shelve, just put on one track.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah,
which is
there's no need
quantity over quality.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he'd be going crazy in the studio, like in there from morning till night. But you know, there's certain things you don't have to do.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
That's torturing your fans.
I don't know. I think with Chris Brown, it's like a huge injustice because I think he could have been like a modern day like Michael Jackson.
That was what he was meant to be. He ruined it.
He could have.
So, no.
He could have, but I think after that whole Rihanna thing,
they were not.
And he's a shitty person as well.
I think since that Rihanna thing, I think that messed up everything.
Yeah, but I think after that it was curtains for him. He could have made. It doesn't matter what he made after that. I think in certain people's eyes, he's done.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, we'll see. He did a song with Little Dicky, and that song was terrible. He bullied me for months.
No, that song is actually it's actually decent.
Nah, bro.
Funny. That's it.
It's funny, yeah.
That's it. It's just funny.
He made going clubbing miserable. Can I really say the N-word?
Oh god, so bad.
I'm going to be like, people like, yo, don't do it. I don't know.
I like the song. I thought it was quite funny.
I like Little Dicky, but I'm not here for that song. But I can see why people enjoy it. It does sound like a fun kind of poppy song, but it was not for me.
Yeah, neither am I now.
All right, so and I need to tell the people where they can find you, and what you've got coming. So all your socials and what you've got coming on the way.
So new single out, 31st of July. Keep posted. It's called. I shouldn't even be saying this because I haven't promoted it yet.
Yo, give us that exclusive.
Okay.
No.
Exclusive.
Well, it's out in July. It's out in July. Because basically you're meant to promote stuff 2 weeks before it comes out so that people are still interested. Because if I do it like now, it's kind of a bit too early because people forget. People have people
tactics.
But anyway, it's out July the 31st. It's called Something to Tell You. Bit of it's a jam. I think you guys will be into it. It's like it's kind of old school, new school. The production is sick. The vocals are amazing, obviously.
Of course.
And I've also got a music video with it as well, which is going to be sick. And follow me on Instagram, Aanu Music, AANU Music, and then everything else is pretty much the same. SoundCloud, Spotify. Follow me on Spotify, all three of you as well. Mm-hmm. Follow me on Spotify, and so you can see the latest release.
Because that be bugging. You man have
Spotify.
It's shut down.
Or Apple Music.
But I use Apple Music, but I can still find you on there, surely.
I'm not sure about Apple Music. I don't know. Well, I know artists make more money from Apple Music than Spotify. So.
Whoa, the game. How's that?
I'm not sure, but I know artists make more money from Apple Music than Spotify. But Spotify is just, it's more. I think it's like
the universal
easier.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's easier for more people to find you. Because like there's so many different playlists, but I guess Apple Music does playlists as well. I don't know, but
but nowhere near as good as Spotify's.
Yeah,
like Spotify knows you.
Basically. Yeah, and the
Apple
algorithms.
Music thinks I'm into rock.
Turn around and die music, bro.
Turn around and die. Slitting on them, man.
Pretty much.
That's so funny. But yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, just keep on the page, support your fellow black sister.
You got you.
It has to be done
for sure.
So happy this episode happened.
Yeah, it's been really
one of my favorites to chop it and to find out about all this industry stuff as well. You know, what's it? Leona Lewis, I'm coming for you. That's ridiculous. You've been lied to. I'm just continually getting lied to. Do you know Leona Lewis?
TV is not real, though.
Even that good. Find his keepers. Get out of here. Actually, that's a banger. I'm gonna keep that.
But, TV is not real.
Well, definitely not now.
Sure.
But so much for coming on. This is, like I said, is a personal favorite episode now. Like, it's been so real, and it's so nice to have chopped it up with you, especially after, as Emmanuel kindly said, we've been trying to get you on for years. So it's definitely one we're really happy to have ticked off.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and hit me up, guys, as well when I've like blown up.
Oh yeah, of course. No worries.
Listen, we'll blow up and you'll blow up. So you know.
Yeah, at the same time. I'll be like, look at us now.
Same trajectory.
Same time.
You know.
We'll be together.
For Spotify will.
Can you imagine speaking to the podcast?
God willing, man.
Yo, Spotify, we need that.
Hold that bag for us.
Boohoo, man, everyone. I'm trying to get free clothes.
You're trying to be a Quaver in them on Boohoo Man. What's going on?
Just for drown, you know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather has a Boohoo connection, and he can't dress. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's giving it to everybody now, aren't they?
Yeah, publicity.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this has been really good.
No, we appreciate it so much.
No, yes, thank you for having me.
We'll both blow up, so
Amen.
We'll meet at the top.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Amen.
Like, yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. So, yeah, because you guys have been doing this for a long time now. So, yeah, I remember you guys hit me up on Twitter when Twitter was like a thing for me anyway. Like ages ago, I think, on Twitter. Ages ago. And then, yeah, we didn't really make it happen, but we made it happen now. So, by God's grace, let's speak to each other in a few years' time and see what happens.
Absolutely.
Of course. All right. Of course. Love. Take care.
Love, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
No worries.
Have a lovely evening.